Hello, my beautiful beans. Okay, good. I literally just turned the sound up on that alert because I realized that I couldn't hear it when somebody played it earlier. Hi, everybody. Hi. Well, we got Shawnee, of course, was here super early and made a funny, so I pinned it. Hi, Stars. Hi, Gwib. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Wiggle. Hi, Grim. Let me switch over here. Hi. So far, Fugi is working. We'll see how long that lasts. Sorry, I got distracted because it gave me an encoding error, and I don't think it should have done that. But it's gone now, so hopefully that is fine. Hi everyone. I will do stretchy. Ooh. John Wick was here? Is that because my going live message said something about going apeshit? Okay, body stretch accomplished. Stretching my hams. Ah. My going live message did say I want to go apeshit. I'm cranky today, you guys. I will warn you. I slept like shit last night, and I was already cranky about something else. And so it has just kind of coalesced into a big cranky, you know? But we'll see. I can probably defeat that. Yeah, there's a continuing situation that not a lot of people know about because I feel like it's not my place to tell. But also it's making the majority of the places that I hang out in uncomfortable for me right now, which is not great. And I'm not having fun with it. Thank you. I did have a big thing of iced tea, caffeinated iced tea this morning. So we'll see if that helps. Although my brain doesn't react to caffeine very well, and neither does my body. Well, it doesn't react to caffeine in my brain the way that it's supposed to because I have brain worms. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. I need to do a sippy, and then I need to compliment myself. I will say in a vague sense, I was very good about enforcing my own boundaries with myself yesterday because I realized I was starting to feel a certain way. And so I removed myself from the situation instead of staying in there because I feel like I need to, I don't know, prove something to someone. You already know the situation, Grim. I've told you about this. It's some people who've decided to not talk to me. Well, who have continued not talking to me for about 3 months now. You know. Well, Gwib, I think in this case, our house can be in the middle of the street because it moves. So we can just be in the middle of the street for a second and then move along, you know? But in general, yeah, it seems like a non-movable house in the middle of the street isn't a great life choice in general. You know? Yeah. Definitely watch out for cars. You don't want to get squimped. You know? Okay, I think I've done everything that I owed Grim at this point. I'm also interested to see how fast Fugi breaks. We're gonna see. Hi, Cap. Yeah, exactly, Gwib. Exactly. Same vibes, kind of. This is like if Howl's Moving Castle was acoustic instead of vaguely steampunk, I think. I was gonna say something else. What was it? I don't remember. It's gone. I really like that one, Shani. It's one of my favorites. You should also read the book. Because they're very different, but both delightful. I will say I really like the audiobook for Howl's Moving Castle that I have. And there's a certain line in it that plays through my head repeatedly when I'm having a time. because of the way that the person reads it. So if you know Howl's Moving Castle movie in general, it's there's a scene involving slime. Yes, where Howl is throwing a little bit of a hissy fit. This scene is also in the book, but a little bit different. Howl is throwing a hissy fit. That's the important part. But in the book, Howl says anguish, despair, and then starts being dramatic. And the way that the person reading the audiobook does it, it plays in my head constantly. Anguish, despair. And that plays in my head whenever I'm sad now. Like when I'm being dramatic about something, that's in my head. But yeah, that one's one of my favorites, Shawnee. So we should watch that. Well, I mean, you should watch that, but I will go and watch it with you if you want. I did write a note last time that I wanted to put more yellow on the moss before we continued. So we are going to do that first. Because otherwise, your bitch will forgore. Yeah, I'm dramatic many times. Not always, but most of the time. I always say, like, I'll get over it. I just gotta be dramatic about it first, you know? Which, like, I'm kind of realizing that the reason that I am now so dramatic about small things or relatively small things is that I was not allowed to be dramatic about anything in my past. I haven't watched Grave of the Fireflies yet. And I'm scared too, if I'm being honest. Maybe I'm gonna add a little bit more of this yellow to that. Yeah, exactly. Like safe places to express the woes. Big deal. I love let me. Sorry, that's just really funny to me. I mean, yeah. It's like there are plenty of people who have tried to stop me from bratting, and so far nobody has been 100% successful. But I feel like if in general you're dealing with me, you have to like brats a little, because like it's pretty obvious. I'm not quiet about it. Yeah. I know that you explained that like right after, but I just found that very funny. Hi, Tomato. Good luck with your appointment. Okay. Oh, I didn't pull up my... Just do that. Oh yeah, do you guys want to see the list that I need to do? I've been slacking on something this year, which is usually I keep a list of all of the original art that I've made, and like I have notes and I have like what price it's going to be listed at and stuff, because this is the information that I put on my certificates of authenticity when I make those, and it's easier if I just have it all in one thing. And it also tells me like how much art I've actually made in the year to make my brain shut up for 5 seconds, you know, only 5 seconds. So, but I haven't done that at all this year, so I need to do that. And I finished making that template and printed out because I was like, I'm more likely to do it if I'm physically writing it versus filling it out on a spreadsheet. And then I can add it to the spreadsheet later. But yeah, so that's a thing. Going through literally all of my art from this year and being like, yep, we did that. We did this, etc., etc. Yeah, 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. Down here. Peace. All right. Would you like actually do what I'm telling you to, please? Jesus Christ. There we go. Reference image. Yeah. And like, since I'm doing it as a business, it also means that I know at a glance like which things I need to list and which I don't, because I haven't listed a lot of original art this year. I've been real bad about it. So I need to get on that too. Do a big original art dump into my shop. Okay, I do know that I want to add a gray on top of these. I'll probably mix a little bit of brown in with that too. We do have some darkness to add in a few places here, so let's work on our bug first. Yeah, for sure, Shawnee. I already forgot what I said I was just gonna do. It's a time. I was gonna say it's a day, and then I was gonna say it's a week, and then I realized that it really has been longer than that. So just like, it's a time. Amount unverified. Just is. No. Because there's a way that I could take that I know that you don't mean it, but it makes it sound like you're calling my art shit. Just saying. But also I don't think I need to emulate Herpel. No offense, Herpel. But in this instance, I think we can continue to be separate people. Good turnaround. Hi, Bewitch! Happy early birthday. Did you guys know that Bewitch and Stars share a birthday? Because they do. Yep. Yeah. Oh, Cap was making a joke because I was mentioning that I've been really bad about listing my original art in my shop this year. And I need to, like, step up my game, which is why I also have a list sitting to the side that we might work on in between, like, drying stages. And Cap was like, pull a Herpel, except dump your pants, except the dump is your art, and the pants is your shop. I was like, no, I don't think we need to do that. Thanks, though. Yeah, and Stars is doing a special birthday stream tomorrow, so you guys should go and see Stars tomorrow. Like, about 40 minutes earlier than it is right now for you. I believe. Because you're doing regular time, right, Stars? You didn't start early or anything. Yeah, go follow stars. If you don't follow stars, like I don't know how you managed to miss that this long, but you know, it's special because it's your birthday, stars. Not that special, my butt. um But yeah, the first best time to follow stars was when she started streaming, and the next best time is today. So do that. I know. Are you doing anything special, Bewitch? There's a cat hair and I can't find it. Is it on the paper? There's cat hair everywhere. Right? And if you guys didn't know, Stars and I share a Discord server also. So like we're friends. Ah, excellent. When are you streaming, Bewitch? Thank you, Johnny. Okay. Two p.m. Eastern. Which brain function? 10 a.m. for me. Okay. Hi, Illuminati. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I did pump the volume up on alerts, some of them. I probably need to go through all of them, but I think I used to have something else going on to make them louder in OBS, and I don't remember what it was. And my OBS shit itself so bad that I had to redo literally everything, and my backup exports just didn't work. Like they would not load. So I don't know. The short answer is I don't know. I'm escaping to the one place. Hi, lesbian. Space. Yeah, that's better. That's more like what the level was at before. A stretchy. Yeah, I did bump it up. Yep, I did it. Oh, also, if you are a patron, there's a special poll up right now so that you decide what sticker will be part of the sticker club for October. So if you haven't voted in that, you should go vote in it. It just went up today, like this morning. But there are 3 options for sticker, and you could pick. The one that I expected to be winning is winning so far. Thank you, Shani. And it's available to all patrons, like all paying patrons. I know they added the like freebie following, which is a little bit different. Because like anybody can bump their tier up to the sticker club tier if they really want that sticker. I didn't leave a highlight here, which I should have done, but we can mess with it a little bit. Not exactly the same, but good enough. Now I did also do some work yesterday on getting the Bugnanza checklist going, because I wanted to get all of the scientific names down for the bugs, because I want those to be on the checklist. And I had written those down, but they were across like 4 different notebooks. Because I'm definitely one of those "this notebook will fix me" neurodivergence. And sometimes I'm right, but not always. And I am pretty good now about actually using the notebook instead of just buying the notebook and using one page and then moving on with my life. Which means that as my projects continue, they end up spread across more and more notebooks. And this one has taken a while from conception to practicing. Yeah, see, I do, like, do I have one out here? I think I don't anymore. I do, like, a dotted journal that has, like, instead of, like, lines, it just has the dot grid. And I find those better, and I make my own spreads and stuff. So it's not, like, the purchased already ready bullet journal. It's, like, I make it be what I need it to be. But yeah, I've fallen off of it. I was really good about journaling for a long time. And then like this year, like the past few months since I had surgery and then I traveled right afterwards, my routine died. And like a routine for neurodivergent people is not a habit, you know? So like once you stop doing it, it's hard to get started again. And I should, but also starting is hard. Yeah, I'm mostly just like talking to myself, you know? It's kind of that thing where like when I say something really dramatic and like 4 different people in chat are like, hey, why are you calling me out? I'm like, this is a self call out. If you get caught in the crossfire, that's not my problem. Hi, Rainbow! Congratulations on passing your test! Everybody, Rainbow passed her test. Congratulate her. Yay! She did it! Yeah, it always takes so long at the DMV. Like, even if they are well-staffed and really efficient, it still takes forever. Hi, Marcus. Welcome in. Yeah, Linda is smart, but also DMV tests are made to turn your brain into a soup. Like they purposefully try to trick you and shit, so, you know. Just being smart isn't always enough in those instances. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's really bad. Yeah, so I'm making a bagworm Baba Yaga house, so it's got bug legs instead. Yeah, Buga Yaga, which I believe is what my title says. Or Baga Yaga, because it's a bagworm. I think lifting these highlights back up is the play. Yeah, and like one of the things about test taking for neurodivergent people is like we're very good at arguing from multiple points of views. So multiple choice is like really bad for us, and we tend to do better at like essay questions because we can explain our thinking. Hi, Colin. Hey. Why are you staring at the kitchen like there's something evil in there? It's just the oven. Greg's making his lunch. It's fine. It's fine, Bubba. It's fine. He's fine. I think that he is a little irked with me because I kicked him out of my bedroom at 4 o'clock this morning. Because he kept stomping on me and waking me up. Thank you. Yeah, you really didn't like that oven beep, did you, Bubs? Why? Why do you not like that? It's not going to get you. I'm talking to a cat, for those who don't know. Yeah, he likes stomping, especially like right on my surgery scar that is still mildly tender. So, you know. I did let him step on me for a fair amount last night while I was reading, but when I was trying to sleep, you know, you kind of need to, like, be able to sleep in general. I want to use the beige for this, but I know that it's opaque and I'm gonna, like, hate the way that it looks, but I might just do it anyway and go, I hate that I'm gonna have to redo the line art for this. Because it's the right color, and I don't really want to mix a bunch of stuff, you know? Yeah, I'm evil and cruel. We knew this already. It's like, it's the right color, and I know that it's going to cover up the line art, but like, it's the right color. BP! Hello! How's it going? It's like, I can just do this base color and then shade it with a brown, and it'll be fine. Because I do really like this color, but the opaque level of it is kind of annoying. It's fine. It's fine. We can manage. Because really, if I was going to do this, I should have done it first and then done the spots over top. But I probably will do another layer of dark on the spots. I love that BP. Which kind did you get? Tony's Chocolonely. I really like the, I'm sure I've said this on stream about 35,000 times, but I really like the sea salt caramel one. I just like caramel, and I'm salty. I'm sure you guys have noticed. That color. I don't know when I should make that color. Just dark brown. Yeah, it's not just to, because I expected it to be like filled with soft caramel. It isn't. It's caramel like toffee chunks kind of a thing. It's very good though. Oh, I really should get another storage device, honestly. Because mine is almost full. Which, it's full of art. Because, like, that's my job. You know? But I did actually back up all my files and clear stuff up over the weekend. The weekend? Was it last week, technically? I don't know. I don't know what days are anymore. Like, I'm just existing. A little treat. I will have a little treat. Thank you. Oh, I also, that's on my list to do today. Sorry, I'm not going to complete a sentence. That's all going to happen in my brain, and you guys don't get the no. Don't get to be in the no. Oh, that's cool, BP. Ooh, yeah, Bwib, for sure. That's too much pigment. I should eat a treat first. Thank you for the treat, Stars. I'm gonna have one of the little toffees, caramels that Stars sent me from Germany. Because I have a few of those out here. Thank you. Okay. These brushes just hold so much freaking water. And I always forget. Hi, Sleepy. See, that's why you need me there. Because I can stim on your beard and brush it down at the same time. Yeah, Maro added a wiggle. Isn't it cute? I think I've said on this stream before, and I know for a fact I've said in Tomato stream and directly to Grim before. But the sound of somebody like rubbing their beard, especially through a mic, is like, it tickles my brain good. And so like 90% of the time I was hanging out with Cap, I just had my hands on his beard constantly. It's good sound. I like it. Yeah, the like cloud storage options are like shit, honestly. Like they are so expensive. What am I doing? I don't know. This is kind of one of those projects where like I didn't really think past the outline. So I'm having to do a lot of thinking right now. Yeah, I'm just a fan of facial hair in general. Like, one of my greatest sadnesses in this world is that I cannot grow a mustache. Well, I can't grow a mustache without interference. You know, I don't, those aren't home baked hormones in me. Oh, that sucks, Sleepy. Also, I will point out this is another instance in which you might have an autoimmune disorder. Because that is a pretty common thing for people with autoimmune disorders. So add that to the list. You'd think that if you didn't look into it, it couldn't get you, but you'd be wrong. Which is why I've been feeling like I'm dying for the past week and a half. It's great. I love that my body can be allergic to itself. It's so fucking fun. Yeah, facial hair really said twink. I always think there's a specific like reaction image that people, there was some post on Tumblr that was like, you should think or you don't think or something like that. And there's a photo of like Knuckles from the Sonic, I think, TV show. That's just him kind of looking down into the side very demurely, and it says, I try not to. And I think of that anytime it happens. Like, anytime somebody's like, you should think, and it's like, I try not to. Well, I highly disagree with your mother on this point, BP. And I would also just like in general point out that you really don't want your parents to find you attractive in that regard. So I think not listening to their advice in these matters is probably a good bet. Icon. Which is basically what I tell my grandma whenever she would yell at me for not shaving my legs or something. Like, oh, you'll never get a husband like that. And I'm like, well, you aren't going to marry me, so why does it matter? And like, occasionally I would get really sassy about it. Be, well, I've been doing just fine, so. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you cannot eat the back of my paintbrush. That part isn't allowed. You're allowed to mark it, but you aren't allowed to eat it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. My grandma would always get on my mom about that too, about her not shaving her legs. And I'm like, she's been married for like 20 years. What are you talking about? Like, it's fine, clearly. And I do get that, like, my grandma's from a different time and all that, but also you can adapt. Like, smooth like a shark. Yeah, 100%. So smooth, extinction events roll right off them. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and my grandma did pretty well, honestly, with a lot of stuff. So, like, she didn't, well, I say I'm using past tense because she has pretty intense dementia now, so her personality has changed pretty drastically. Um, but she was good about realizing that I was gay and stuff. She just didn't fully understand the pan part, even though my cousin tried to explain it to her. So she like knew that I was not straight, which is good enough for me. Hi, Aria. Welcome to chat. And yeah, honestly, like, there are plenty of boomers who have adapted well, and there are plenty of, Gen whatevers who have not adapted well, and really it just boils down to if you give a shit or not. And unfortunately, like with any group of people, you can just find people who don't give a shit and are shitty in any group. Okay. Yeah. There's plenty of people who are gross no matter what age you look at. Oh. Apparently my palette was resting on something and it just moved. Yeah. That's the one downside of that brand, I think. And I don't know if I've said it to you directly, but I've told people before that with those bars, what I do to portion them out is I put them in a Ziploc freezer freezer bag. Specifically the freezer ones because they're a little bit thicker, so they stand up better over time. But I put the unwrapped bar into the bag and then break it in there, and then it catches all of the, like, chocolate dust so you don't end up covering yourself in chocolate. Or covering whatever you're sitting at in chocolate. Good plan, Rainbow. I also need to do that at some point. But, like, it's work. I don't really want to. I say as if I haven't been working my ass off all week. Oh, I also need to ask my brother about Animal Crossing. Keep forgoing. I didn't even bother checking my turnip price this morning because, like, it's not going to be good. Yeah. Yes, definitely chug some water, Linda. Good life choice. I will do a water. I feel that hardcore whib. I needed to do that. That's what I was forgetting to do. I say that as if there's only one thing that I'm forgetting to do, which we all know is not true. Thank you, Grim. Yeah, Aria, in the future, like, I get that this is, like, a big deal in general, but if we aren't, like, talking about it already, I'd prefer not having, like, you just pop in and immediately drop big news. Like, if it comes up organically, that's fine, but just, like, popping in and dropping a random thing that's not related to what's going on is something I would prefer to not have happen. I did sippy. Thank you, stars. Bwib, that's so real. The one thing I'm forgetting is everything. So true. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna start working on this log because I want to, even though this isn't like the wisest decision, but I want to, so we're going to. Yeah, exactly. And it's not like we don't have enough logs to do. You know, like I should actually, maybe I'll do the log and then I will work on the moss some more. Or try to decide what order I want to do this in. And the answer is I don't. You know that feeling like when you have to go into work and you really aren't vibing with it? Like sometimes work is fine and it's all good. And then sometimes work feels like pulling every single one of your teeth for the entire like hour and then starting over again like Sisyphus. That's kind of where I'm at today. Because like even though I enjoy doing art, it is still my job. And sometimes you just don't wanna. You know? You have a lot of, you and I both have a lot of tooth dreams, Sleepy. Yeah. I did not have a tooth dream last night, but I did have other dreams that were disturbing. And I know exactly why I'm having those dreams. I need to finish this book I've been reading. Oh, I will take a break. Thanks, BP. Yeah, so according to like dream theory and shit, which like it's not a real science, so like whatever. The theory there is that if you dream about your teeth coming out or similar like falling out, it's about you regretting something you've said. Which like okay. I regret everything I said because I'm really awkward and weird. You know? So I'm gonna finish this log and then I will take a break. As BP has requested, because I was thinking about taking one actually. Yeah, I've had less the more that I've like worked on my own brain a bit. Going in there like Bob the Builder. Can we fix it? A little. But I still do definitely have some. Actually, there's a piece of art I made about that in my... I did a visual dream journal, which is I made pieces of art based off of dreams that I had. And some of them were repeating ones and some of them weren't. And there is a triptych I did and one of them has teeth on it. Yeah, look, it's right on top. You guys want to see these? There's blood and there's teeth. You've been warned. If that's going to freak you out, you should look away, okay? Because I don't want you to hurt yourself here. Alright? Alright. So this was a triptych, so there's 3, which is what triptych means. On the back of all of these, it says, I can't fix it, repeatedly. Which gets bigger and scratchier the farther you go down. So we've got blood, because I had a dream about blood on the floor, and I was trying to, like, scrub it up, and I couldn't manage to fix it. There's a broken vase, which this one was combined with the feeling that I usually get when I have like teeth falling out dreams, which is like my mouth is filled with sand and I'm trying to spit it out constantly. And then teeth falling out is another one. So that's an anxiety dream triptych. Which like I have a lot of anxiety dreams. Which, like, what? Katie, an anxious person, has anxiety dreams? But this is another one. Some of you have this sticker. My citrus shrooms. But yeah, so there you go. It's enough of a thing that I made art about it. Okay, BP has said I should take a break, and I think that's a good idea because I should refill my water. Thank you. I'm also gonna just sit here and rub my eye for a bit because I'm sleepy. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, which means I'm gonna run some ads. Don't look at them. We hate capitalism here. I will still get the money even if you weren't looking at the tab. So take a break with me. Go get some water or a snacky, or add some lemon to your water. That's a great idea, Shawnee. Get yourself a little treat. Look at something that's farther away from your screen. Do a little stretchy, you know. Do a little self-care, and then we'll meet back here, alright? Alright. I'm back. You guys should be back too. And yeah, that's messed up, BP, and that's fair. That's weird. Yeah, for sure, Shawnee, because, like, kids are kids, you know? but and sometimes your brain just isn't fully cooked yet, so you don't have good like processing skills. Thank you. Welcome back to the rest of you too. Is that dry? No. I think it is time to do the rest of these logs, and I think doing the moss last is the play. But we'll see if I consider that to still be the correct play afterwards. I used to do that too, Sleepy. And yeah, it's not good for your teeth. But like, it's good for my soul. Okay. I think doing texture and then moss texture and then shading over the whole thing to make it feel like it's actually connected is probably the play. We'll see. We'll see what I think. One of those things where like, I know how it should look in my head. Can I make that happen with my hands? We'll discover together. Yeah, spritzing. Oh, Sleepy, have you tried any more of the perfumes? I know you were trying them on stream for a while, but maybe missed some. I think that's because I'm wearing Falling Into the Sea today, which I don't know that you've tried yet. But is one of my favorites. Yeah, that's so valid. I hate that thing where like you remember putting something in a different spot and thinking either I'll remember that it's in this different spot, it's fine, and then not remembering, or you put it in a spot and you think I'm not going to remember that I put this here because this is a different spot, and you remember thinking that but you don't remember where you put the thing. Makes me so mad. It should be one that you have, Cap. I believe I gave you that one. You should have all of the samples of the full smells I have, except for the new one that Sleepy gave me, which is from a different company. Yeah. I regularly forget to bring my headphones out with me when I come to stream. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Shawnee. And honestly, like, if you work at a bar at all, like, a whole bunch of your job is just peeling and prepping various citrus fruits. Good. Yeah, I miss the ocean. In like because I grew up in Oregon, so I grew up next to the cold ocean that will try to kill you. I miss that. Like, I do have a cold ocean here that will try to kill me, but it's not, we don't have like real proper beaches. We either have rocks or we have mud flats. But I miss going like to the beach and having a safety lesson saying, don't turn your back on the ocean, it'll kill you. And I'm like, I respect her for that. I don't think it's a real beach trip unless I like think I'm developing hypothermia and then get out of the water. I don't think I want to lick a jellyfish. Like, aside from just the like it sting, the amount of people who think that peeing on a jellyfish will stop the sting, I don't want that in my mouth personally. Like, you may, and that's okay. I won't kink shame you, but personally, that's not something I want to deal with. Oh yeah, sounds in like bays will help a lot with that, just because of the shape of the like earth around it, which is part of the reason why I live in Anchorage in Alaska. And we've got the inlet, which is our water right there. And it keeps us from getting like big tsunamis and stuff in the actual city because the curvature of the land like protects it a little bit, which is nice. It is not proven to work, BP. It actually is like an old wives' tale. Ooh, yeah. I haven't been pulled in by a riptide, but I think a lot of that is just because, like, where I grew up, we always had, like, the big safety lesson about riptides and watching the waves and, like, I don't know, just respecting the ocean kind of a thing. Yeah, it's not a good idea. Oh, I do like the little jellyfish. They're cute. I mean, I do like little jellyfish, period, but while looking at jellyfish, I don't want them on me, though. Please and thank you. Okay. I think I want a smaller brush for those ones. The babies, yeah, little babies. I have often made a joke that I wish that I was a jellyfish, like I was born a jellyfish instead of a person, because like they don't have a brain, they're beautiful, and they don't actually like need to do anything. They just kind of vibe, and I feel like that would be a nice life, honestly. Yeah, no bones, no brain, just vibes. Ooh, have good ramen. I wanted a smaller brush, but which smaller brush do I want? Maybe this one. Yeah, fair. Although at that point, often, you're kind of already most of the way gone. So maybe it's okay. Yeah, not my vibe, but you know. And also, like, maybe you don't have a brain as a jellyfish, so, like, it doesn't really matter and you don't really know what's going on, also. So maybe it doesn't matter. Pasta casserole? What's going in your casserole other than pasta? Are you using your homemade sauce? Man, I haven't had mac and cheese in a while, actually. Maybe I'll make myself some mac and cheese at some point. Ah, good. Yep. I mean, that's what casseroles are for, honestly. tiniest brush in all the lanes. Ooh, that sounds good too, Shawnee. Yeah, we've been getting chicken bits from, like, they have frozen ones in Costco lately, which are pretty good. They're pretty versatile, really. Have a good lurk, BP. Thanks for hanging. I haven't had sweet chili sauce in a long time either. Maybe I should ask for some of that, because I would use that with chicken. They did sell like a pre-packaged one here for a while, and I think maybe they stopped selling it, and that's why we stopped getting it. I know that we used to keep it in the fridge like when my parents still lived up here. Like when I was in college. Yeah, exactly. It's just a nice, like, easier step. Actually, I've been getting stuff to make like shepherd's pie lately too. Well, not really shepherd's pie, cottage pie. Because that's another one of the like quick meals that I do. Because it's relatively easy. You just have to like cook mince and make quick mashed potatoes with a bunch of cheese on them and slap it in a pan and then stick it in the oven when you want to eat it, you know? And it's delicious. So it's a nice quick meal. And a nice one to make like ahead of time too. Because I'll make it and then put it in the fridge and then I can just heat it up whenever I want. Yay. I am a savory pie fan. For sure. And I do like, or I used to do, I haven't done this in a while, but like a chicken pot pie kind of casserole, and then you use pre-made biscuit dough on top. That one's also good. You can also do tater tots and make it like a hot pot. Or not hot pot, that's not the right word. Hot dish. I also sometimes just do like quick drop biscuit dough and put that on top. I will also say, like, I'm just thinking about all the random things that I've cooked now. Like my standards. One of my other standards actually is waffles and other stuff. They're just so fast and easy and delicious. But I will also say that the Pillsbury pre-packed like pizza dough that they do is actually pretty good. I know you make your own pizza dough, but it's a pretty good like quick solution that isn't like those pre-packaged doughs that are like already cooked and are just like a big flat cracker. We used to get those when I was a kid and like they're fine, but they're also like so dry. Okay, we have started adding some texture. Now we're going to do that same thing with like 4 other colors for the rest of our lives. I also want to you. Yeah, I think our yeast is long past died. Honestly. I do have some sourdough starter that I was gonna, from one of my friends, because she has like her good sourdough starter, and then she like dries it to give to people. So I have one of those from her that I was gonna start this summer, and then I had surgery instead, and then I traveled. So chicken pot pie is so good. Hi, Red Bean. I love chicken pot pie. Love a savory pie. I mean, I love most pie, if we're being honest. Just gotta have a good crust, and then it's worth it. I do always make my own pie crust. I do not use pre-bought pie crust. Which I don't have, like, a hatred for pre-baked crust. Like, that's fine. But I prefer to make it myself. Because I like it better. That definitely was how my family always did it, so. The wind has a color? And pie crust in general is not, like, it's not super difficult. Good BP. Yeah. I was just saying Pocahontas joke. Thanks, VP. Have good lurk. This is another one of those things where, like, 90% of the time when you're making texture on something, you just gotta, like, make random shapes. Like, weird scratchy lines in a vague semicircle. Suddenly, these look way more like logs, you know? Oh, actually, I'm pretty sure ACS has come out with more music, and I still haven't listened to the other stuff that they released. Oh, and Coheed and Cambria is coming out with new stuff, and again, I haven't listened to the last album. That has some extra baggage with it, but I do like Coheed and Cambria. I should do that. I really need to, like, choose a day of the week where I don't hang out in other people's streams and I just sit and work while I'm listening to my own shit. Because, like, I love hanging out with my friends and sometimes doing, like, body doubling, but also I'm too chatty. I can't not talk. And I used to have, like, specifically Saturdays I had when nobody streamed, but Sleepy streams on Saturdays now. So I don't really have a day where, like, nobody is streaming. Yeah. Maybe I'll do Sunday. Sleepy does also stream on Sunday, but... Or I could do Saturday. I don't know. I do need to pick a day and stick to it, though. Because, like, I'm enough of an introvert that hanging out in streams constantly exhausts my social battery, so I really need, like, a day where I'm not doing that. People are like, oh, but you aren't in the same room as people, so it doesn't count, right? I'm like, you'd think that, but no. My brain goes, actually, you talked to a person or you thought about a person too hard, and now I'm exhausted and I need to go to bed. Like, can we like, actually be social, though? Yeah, that's a hard part, honestly, Shawnee, because, like, I know I overlap with Rainbow pretty regularly, and I overlap with I, now that I stream on Wednesday mornings. And, like, at a certain point, it is impossible for you to keep your stream schedule so that you don't interact with anybody else. Like, you don't overlap or whatever. You just gotta pick what schedule works for you and then work around it. Because if you try to make it match everybody, you're just gonna explode, honestly. Icon. Hi. Yeah, so I actually full-on changed my sleep schedule before I started streaming. Because I wanted to be able to do a morning stream so that one of my friends could come by. Hi Aiden, if you're lurking. So I changed my entire sleep schedule like 3 years before I started streaming, specifically so that one person would be able to come to my streams. And now I'm like a weird morning person. Kind of. Not really. I'm not an any time of the day person, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't want to be a person at all. I was meant to be, like... I've made this Tumblr post. I was meant to be a critically endangered lichen that one scientist was really obsessed with. That's what I was meant to be, but I'm in a body instead. So somebody fucked up the paperwork or something. I don't know. You can come be my cat if you want, Aaron. You can hang out in my house. I mean, you will get booted out of my room if you stomp on my soft bits while I'm trying to sleep. But, you know, pretty good deal. Many soft surfaces. I have a laser pointer we can play with. We can play laser pointer sometimes. We have a lot of catnip. We can drug you up on the regular. I'm gonna decide what color I want to do next for the bark. And probably yellow ochre mixed with the something. How different are these two, actually? Yeah. You would have to battle with Khan for pets, I think, though. At least for as long as we have him. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not a person. Okay, I think those are different enough that I can do those on the same. Ugh. Just shoved my paintbrush like half into my cord. That's not a good life choice. Perfect. Khan is such a cuddle boy. It's so funny. So like I'll come out here and sit and I'll pet him while I'm like setting up for stream. And then I'll stop to like push something on the laptop, so like double check a software or something. And if I move my hand away for half a second, he's one of those cats who like grabs your arm and tries to pull it back. Or he'll just like tap on you like this until you start petting him again. Which is cute. Like, it's adorable, but also it's really fucking annoying. Especially when I need to trim his claws, which I discovered this morning because he scratched my arm when he did that. I'm gonna need to trim his nails again. I have managed to trim all of his feet by myself at this point, which is good. Because apparently, his real mother had the vet trim his nails regularly, so the fact that I can get that done is good for everybody. No, I think I'm going to use a different brush for this, actually. Yeah, that's sweet. I will need to go at his front feet again. I'm trying to do it like once a week, just so that, like, aside from keeping his nails trimmed, just so that he gets more used to it. And hopefully he realizes pretty quickly that if he behaves and lets me do that, he gets a cheese snack after. Because that cat loves cheese. There's cat hair in my paint. There's cat hair in my paint. It's really stuck in there too. I guess that's staying for a bit. Yeah, a lot of people who like make those like wide reaching opinions, like, or statements of their opinion, I feel like haven't interacted with a lot of the animals, you know? Because like there are definitely dogs who are not people dogs, and I have met some of them, and like for the most part that's totally valid. Like animals still have different personalities, and so do cats, and so do rabbits. Actually, people kind of like, rabbits are one of those like small animal pets who like aren't given the same kind of personalization, space to be themselves like cats or dogs are. But they are. They all have their own personality, and a lot of them are freaking sassy about it too. Is like I had two rabbits, Wash and Zoe. They were both rescues, but Zoe was a rescue who had clearly been a meat rabbit before she was given up. So she was not a people bunny, which was so valid. She was very nervous about her ears being touched, and the way a lot of people pick up meat rabbits is by their ears. So I'm assuming that's what happened to her. But Wash was like, that was my son. He was my baby. And if I was gone for any length of time, he would get out of his cage to try and come look for me. Ooh, yeah. So she was really ear shy like her whole life. And she didn't really trust people. She didn't trust me fully. Like, she knew that I would leave her alone. She didn't like to be touched, so I just kind of let her be. So she at least had a safe place here until she passed, but the only person she really liked was my boyfriend at the time that I got her, and we broke up before she passed. And I tried to convince him to take her when we broke up, and he was like, no. And like, fair, but she also loves you so much. Like, oh, yeah. You've reblogged some of those, Shawnee. I've seen some. Yeah, I feel like that and like hamsters and goldfish are often animals that are treated like they're low maintenance and you don't really need to do anything. But honestly, if anybody tells you an animal is low maintenance, what they're saying is you can neglect this animal. Which, like, can we not? Because, like, that's a whole ass living creature. Can you treat it properly, please? Like, I did a lot of research about rabbits before I got Wash, who was my first. Yeah, exactly. Like, a whole living creature is not low maintenance. It's wild to me how many people are just like, oh, well, I don't need to do anything with this animal. Why is it destroying my house? It's like, because you need to, like, give it enrichment. Like, if you were just stuck in a room with somebody who left for 8 hours a day and only talked to you for like 3 minutes a day and just kind of like threw some chips at you every once in a while, you wouldn't be very happy either. Like, think about it. I would really like, and this is another, although I was going to say this is another animal that some people view as low maintenance, but I feel like at this point, anybody who's really into it are kind of on board with knowing that they need to take care of them. I would love to have a shrimp tank. It's like a bunch of shrimps. Little guys in a tank that I could watch move around. But my house is really too cold to do that properly. because our insulation ain't that great. And I live in a cold place. But I would love to just have shrimps. They're so cool. Yeah, the cat's being alone for an entire day. I don't get that. Like, it's a whole creature, bruh. Like, that thing has a brain and tiny little bones in it. You can't just, like, leave it. Yeah, I had... Yeah, I also have a traumatic guinea pig story. Oh, yeah. Are you in my Discord, Oren? If you would put it in there, I won't lose the link. Because if I try to open another stream while I'm streaming, my laptop will shit. Thank you. Or you can DM it to me if that's easier. I know we share another Discord, and if you aren't in the Discord, like, I know that it's a lot to join other people's Discords. Because, like, there are too many Discords. I miss forums. And yeah, I also had guinea pigs when I was younger. Oren, we did keep them inside, but one of them got really sick. And my mom didn't want to take it to the vet. And I was young enough that, like, I had no control over this situation, and so they passed. They got, like, some sort of cold. Not entirely sure what that is, because I was, like, 9. Ah, cool. Thanks, Oren. Because, like, I know I will join a Discord, and then I will have too many Discords, and I will get overwhelmed, and then I will do a mass leave of a bunch of Discords. Yeah, for sure. And I really don't know what exactly happened. Because, again, I was not really in control of that situation. But did I say welcome back already? Welcome back, Cap. Brain function? Who's that? We don't know her. I think the last color we do on the logs is a yellow. I really like using yellow on logs as like a highlight color. I just feel like it gives it like a nice warm tone and gives it a little bit more depth than only using like red-based browns. Yeah, honestly, brain work ahead. I sure hope it does. That's a sticker that I sell in case anybody doesn't know. I should have one in here, I think. Let me see. I have like this huge thing of individual stickers so that I can show people. Oh, I have double ice dino crunch in there. There it is. Yeah, brain work ahead. I sure hope it does. Yeah, I also have folder group, Shawnee, and I have notifications turned off for stuff. But if I have too many just like hanging out on the side, even if they don't, yes, you can. You also own this one. But even if they're just hanging out there without notification bubbles, it still stresses me out. So I left like, I don't know, like 8 Discords a couple months ago at once because I was like, too many. I've also, like, this is also something that happens to me in, like, actual physical space, where I'll be getting, like, overstimmed, and I don't know why, and then I'll realize that my trash is really full, and once I empty the trash, I stop getting overstimmed so quickly. It's so stupid. Like, I can't even directly see the trash from where I'm sitting, but knowing that the trash is a little bit too full is, like, a brain disaster zone. I don't know. Ridiculous. Yeah, for those that don't know, because I guess we have a fair amount of people who weren't here when I made the sticker. This is based off of a reference of my mouth. Because one of the great things about being an artist is that you can take your own reference photos and then you don't have to worry about copyright. But yeah, that's based off of an actual photo of my mouth and a lollipop in my mouth. Which is why Cap is being a little weird about it, affectionate. I mean, that's on brand for both of us, so... I do believe that original piece is still up for sale in my shop, too. If you guys wanted to buy my mouth. Normal things to say. Ooh, nice. I'll have to look after stream. Actually, a lot of my art, especially with hands, like if you see me doing something involving hands, it's going to be from a reference of my own hands, and that's why they always look the same. Well, yeah, this was the month where the color of the month was shock pink, which is the pink on the mouth or on the tongue and like the lollipop. And I got that, and I'm not a pink fan in general. So once my patrons voted on shock pink, I went into Linda's chat and I was like, everybody tell me pink things, because I was like, if anybody knows pink, it's Linda. And at the time I was doing like little patterns, kind of like fabric patterns, and then cutting those up and sewing them into a quilt block, which I would love to show you one of those, but they're all sewed into a gigantic quilt wall hanging right now, which will not fit on camera. And if I go and get it, I will knock something over. Yeah, Linda's the color queen, honestly. We don't even need to say saturation. I think she's just the color queen. But yeah, that was very helpful to me, because I honestly got stuck on just lollipops. So we did like 3 different lollipop things that month. So we did this one. I did a broken heart lollipop well, inspired by a friend, I guess I should say it that way. And then I did give her the finished piece. And I did a not broken heart lollipop pattern for one of the fabric patterns. Because my brain was really stuck. Like, I saw that color and I was like, lollipops. And then I was like, I can't just do lollipops. Linda, help. And Linda did help. I do just really like hearts, too, in general. Which I don't feel is very shocking at this point. I'm just full of love. The other ones, I did flamingos and little kisses also. Actually, the one of the confetti stickers in my shop, because I sell little packets of confetti stickers, which are just like little stickers. And I have a couple different designs that you can get. The flamingo one is mostly from, or maybe all from, the Shock Pink month. Yeah, for sure. And I do have a lot of very talented art friends that inspire me on a regular basis, which is great. Oh, it occurs to me that the poll that I have up for my patrons, there also could have been a 4th option. Because I wrote down, I messily sketched an idea from the book that I had. Thank you, Shani, from the book that I was reading. Which I need to finish that book. I did start the second witch book last night, Rainbow. And I will say one of my theories was wrong, but it would have been more interesting if it was right. And I will tell you what that theory was when you get to the end of the first one. Well, I can tell you both of my theories, and then you can try and guess which one immediately gets disproven. was like, it's literally like first page gets disproven. And I was like, oh, well, the version of this that I made in my head is way more fun.
This is a self-care checkpoint. Do you need to take meds? Get some water, some food? Take a break or a stretch? Please do so now.
Thank
you.
I do stretchy. Ooh, you guys could definitely hear that. That was my hip popping. I know you. It's aimed at everybody. It's just a matter of who inspired it. Ooh, thing is happening. Hi, I was talking about you earlier. I was talking about how we overlap on Wednesdays now. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. How's Silksong been going? I was lurking yesterday. Hi, Tiavra. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Bluer. Yeah, I is a good friend. If you couldn't tell by me randomly talking about him earlier as well. So if you don't follow I, you should go hang out with I because he's my friend. Hi, Jess. How's Silksong going? I know we waited so long for it. I actually, who was it that I sent that to? Maybe it was Aiden. I actually sent I's playthrough of Hollow Knight to somebody, or maybe it was Sleepy. I don't remember. Because I has played through it multiple times and has some of the runs on his YouTube in a variety of forms. Wow. Well, I guess it's kind of like the opposite of the claims to be pro-life dies. Is pro-choice dies, you know? I'll let I get away with lying if he wants to, honestly. Yeah, bagworm! Exactly! Yeah, so we're making like a Buga Yaga. So since the bagworm makes its little like it makes its own cocoon out of like either like leaves or logs, and so you often see them with logs like little sticks stacked up in a circle, kind of like in a spiral. So that's the inspiration for this one, and instead of having chicken legs, the house has bug legs. So that's the vibe for this one, and we're working on putting some texture on logs right now, and then we'll work on some moss. Oh, that's cute. I love that. You could probably do some really interesting stuff with that, kind of like hermit crabs. There's another pet that people are like, oh, it's no maintenance. That's a whole creature, bruh. We were talking earlier about how some pets are viewed as like low maintenance, but really that just means the person is neglecting them. And yeah, hermit crabs are another great example of that. But I know that I has to go, so you should go do your self-care and such, and get to bed. Because otherwise Jess will come for me. Yeah, exactly. There are just a lot of pets, especially small animals, where people are just like, oh, it doesn't take any work. Like, you don't need to do anything for them. And it's like, that's a whole creature? Oh, yeah. I would suggest perhaps not catching up on the news and just going to bed, honestly. I feel like perhaps that will be better for your mental health long term. Just a thought. Yeah. 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 I have been warned, but thank you for letting me know. Because, yeah, I already do have autoplay turned off on basically everything because flashing lights are a migraine trigger to me, and the internet is not a safe place, if that's the case. Yeah, take care of yourself, Have a good night. Also, I realized I did do my stretchies. And my hip popped really loud. I guess I didn't do ham stretchies, though. I will do ham stretchies as well. I got distracted. Now I'm doing all my stretchies. What was I saying? Oh, I realized that Halloween is coming, which means I can't safely use Reels on Instagram for like 3 months. There is a common Halloween song that is a trigger for me, which means that anything that autoplays sound I cannot watch safely because you can't actually like filter anything anymore. Hi Sky, welcome in. Here's our second Scott. Thank you. But yeah, it means that I can't like just space out and scroll for sounds. That is not something I can do safely. And sometimes I risk it anyway, just in case, because like, what if it's not a trigger anymore? And then I end up not remembering approximately 5 minutes out of my day, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, welcome in, Sky. How was your stream? And like, it's not really a secret, but I don't say it out loud because on streams, especially, just because some people are awful and would send it to me on purpose. Which so far hasn't happened to me, but still better to be cautious. I'm glad your stream was good. Yeah, it definitely happens to people. It just not happened to me personally. Yeah. Good call. Definitely take care of yourself. But I've railed about this before, but that's one of the things that I especially hate about the way that current social media works. Is that you can't actually filter stuff. It's the same kind of thing where you can't actually say no to anything. You have to say not now. Where, like, you don't actually have control over anything that you're seeing or doing. Because heaven forbid that an advertiser not be able to see you. Which is why basically the only social media which it really isn't social media either, but I pretty much exclusively use Tumblr during October because they actually have a filtering system that works. You better, otherwise I'm going to be really upset with you. Yeah, agreed. Like, yeah. And I also hate that AI has been like built into every platform's search function now. It's just like, I don't want to use that. Like, I get you have a hard-on for it, but I did not consent to this. Yes, exactly. I agree. Yeah, generative AI is nothing. Like, it's not good for anything. All it does is repeat things that it hears, which, like, if I wanted that, I could talk to, like, a second grader and get more interesting information. What's wild, okay, this is, like, vaguely related, but a little bit of a tangent. One of the things that I think is really weird is that, so Instagram has reels that you send to people, and Cap and I do that on a fairly regular basis. We, like, send each other memes. And if Cap has sent me a bunch of things because we're in different time zones, so we wake up at different times, the DMs on Instagram will be like, you have X number of reels. Would you like to summarize them with AI? What are you going to do to summarize memes? Like, what? That doesn't do anything. What are you talking about? Why would I want to summarize something that's hee hee ha ha time? What? It's so stupid. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, oh, there have been some cat memes. It's like, okay, that doesn't help at all. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. It's like, why is the only thing that we're using generative AI for, or like what is being pushed for generative AI, is like taking away things that are fun? Like, why can't, like, if we were going to do something with it, why can't it do something useful? Which, it's because it doesn't do anything useful, but you get my point. It's like, oh, it can make art for you. I want to do that myself, though. Like, I'm doing that. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. Like, I would rather go through and watch all of them. And also, like, for instance, Doodle sent me a bunch of reels a couple days ago. And was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for sending you so much. And I was like, you don't need to apologize for that. This is just my curated TV experience for while I'm eating dinner. Like, believe it or not, if I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be here. Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, oh no, too much fun. Being reminded that people care about me. I'm so scared. No, I haven't added ladders in. Because my thinking is like, so we have the bug coming out, which is separate from the legs on the house in my mind. So he can just like scoot back in there. And obviously he's big enough to reach the top. So it's just like a really tall ceiling, is my thinking. I did think about this when I was drawing it. It is. It is 100%. And it's not like a tease. It's just like I enjoy that that's a phrase that you found and it's now part of the vernacular, you know? It's like I don't get to tease anybody about picking up lines from social media. Do you know how many of my jokes are just Tumblr posts? Do you know how many? Because it's at least like 90% of them, if I'm being honest. Like if you want to know a bunch of random Tumblr posts described poorly, then this is the stream for you, buddy. Because I will half describe so many Tumblr posts to you. Yeah, pretty much. Shawnee often like knows exactly what I'm talking about. So because Shawnee and I hang out in a bunch of the same streams, and I will often do like a joke and then put in parentheses, "This joke is only for Shawnee," because Shawnee's the only one who will get it. Shawnee's the only one as Tumblr pilled as I am. I do. I love dumb Tumblr posts. I've only been on Tumblr since like 2011. Ooh, the passage of time. And technically I've been on there longer than that. That's just my main account that's actually like the Tundra Katie Bean name. I had an account before that. But it's a secret. Yeah, for sure. A lot of times I will also be like, Shawnee, I'm thinking of a Tumblr post. And like before I'm even done describing it, Shawnee's like, got you. And posts a link. Oh yeah, for sure. Go get your supper. Thanks for popping in and having a chat. Good to see ya. Yeah, have good foods. My brother very kindly, when he made lunch, made some extra for me so that I can eat it after stream. So speaking of the breaded chicken bites that we keep getting from Costco, I have some waiting for me after stream. Oh no! I'm glad you're okay. But yeah, that's not supposed to go there in general. I love how tiny this brush is, but also because it's so tiny, it picks up like no pigment. Yeah, for sure. I accidentally inhaled some flavor off of jalapeno chips the other day. And it's one of those moments where it happens, you're like, oh, this is it. This is how I die. Oh, that's cool, Shawnee. I also do a lot of captions and links because, well, I mean, I think it's helpful, but also I have that really intense sense of justice that many neurodivergent people have. So, like, everybody should be able to enjoy the thing. And you should source your damn art. Stop reposting shit and not saying where it came from. I have blocked so many people for doing that. But I also add sources to stuff. Especially, like, a lot of people will, like, say some vague text post about a news story. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Because they won't have added any sort of source. They're just, like, honestly, like, 90% of the time, they're reading a headline and then making up a guy to get mad at because they didn't read the article. So I will go find it and then add the source and be like, this is really disingenuous, actually. You're getting mad about something that this does not say, even remotely. Yeah, exactly. Like, you gotta say who it's from. And you gotta get permission from the artist if you want to post it. And a lot of artists now will, like, in their FAQ or whatever, will say if they're okay with you, like, reposting their art to places where they aren't and how they want to be credited, which is great. Love that. Yeah, I don't have that turned on, but I do alt text anyway, so. Which I will say, because I'm so focused on doing alt text, sometimes it sets off the too many steps in my brain, which means I don't post art. Yeah, that's totally fair, Cap. I tend to remember because one of my friends regularly has like horrible migraines and needs the alt text. So I got used to doing that in Discords. Excellent. Good work, Rainbow. I'm proud of you. So I got really used to doing that in Discord and writing those. So I've gotten a bit better about it. But yeah, sometimes my brain is just like, that's an extra step and we aren't allowed to do that. So I need to get better about it. Which, like, I usually make alt text for when I'm posting going live stuff, which means that I already have, like, a basis of alt text for the art piece. I just need to remember that those are in my, like, copy paste text note. Which, like, remembering, I don't know about all that. I also should do laundry at some point. I think I said that when Rainbow said that she was starting laundry. I also should take a shower today, because I think part of my woes is just greasy hair. Yeah. I just sometimes forget that's there. It's like, my brain doesn't work right, I guess. It's the short version of that. Actually, what I should do is on my original art, like actual spreadsheet, I should add a section for the alt text. That would be a smart thing to do. Because then it's always there. Okay. We have one more color to add to the logs. And then I think that's good. Do I want to work on the moss today? Is the question. I do need to shade the paler bits of the leg here. I want to do that in a lighter color than I did on the dark brown there. Yeah, it's been around for a while, but it's not one of the ones that's really intuitive to find. Which I will say, the worst offender for that is Instagram, which is a completely image-based thing. So, like, alt text is kind of important. And in order to add alt text to an image, you need to go to the bottom of more settings. So you need to click one thing that says more settings at the bottom. And then you need to go to the bottom of that list to find the alt image option, which is just like, why would you put it like so far back Like, you have an image-based service. Like, can you, like, not suck for 5 minutes? And I get that I'm asking Instagram to not suck, so that's not gonna happen. But still. Ba, 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 ba. Look at this color. Well, I also haven't worked on the roof tiles at all here. Shingles, I guess, technically. Which I made to kind of look like, I guess I don't know what they're called on that either. The, like, little pine cone texture, I guess. Because a lot of the little cocoons that I looked at had that vibe. I think it's so interesting how the mic picks that up. Using the different mic is really interesting because the stuff that it picks up and the stuff it doesn't is very different. Which, like, I could freak out about that it's picking up stuff that I would rather not have, but, like, whatever. I exist in time and space. Sorry if you were expecting me to not do that, but it ain't happening. I say as a plane goes over the house. I do think we probably are not going to finish this guy today, but we could probably finish him next time. Because I am kind of hungry, so I might go skedaddle and eat in a little bit here. I say might. Might is about the time. I will skedaddle and eat at some point. Otherwise, Cap will yell at me. And at least 3 other people will join him. Yeah. There's a reason we have the stare emote. I do love when I introduce that one, like, because you can't tell right off that it's blinking, because it's kind of a slow blink. And so the first times I was using it, people were like, wait, did he just blink at me? It was very amusing to me. Why are you honking like that? Somebody was honking in like a weird pattern outside as they were driving past. So I don't know what that was about. Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. Okay. I want to definitely get the yellow down on all these logs for sure before I end. Maybe we work on the moss next time. It'll be good to have the log texture dry in between so that it's less likely to pull up. So that will be good. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely not a list of people in chat who just started doing it. It's like, I may be... What did Lapras term it as? Aggressive affection, I think is what it was. It's kind of my brand, so like I try to take care of other people. I say brand, that's my personality. Which means that I also get what I give, you know? Like, if I'm slipping up, there are plenty of people here to remind me. My brain is already going through the to-do list of the things I need to do after I finish stream. Whee! I mean, first to do is eat, but there's other stuff after that I need to do. I have not taken a progress photo this whole time. That's okay. Just adding the redeem for progress photo made me better about it for like 2 streams. It's fine. Not a big deal. See, that's the problem with outsourcing remembering to a bunch of friends who also have brain for gore disease. Which, like, not a big deal. You did not fail me, Shawnee. Believe it or not, I'm supposed to be responsible for my own shit. That's not your job. And also, it's really not a big deal at all. Speaking of dramatics, anguish, despair. Anything else I want to do to this, like, right now? I don't think so. I think it's a little late for a good harvest. At least here. It's basically winter already. And I do think, I will say, this is going to be a call out right now. I think we wouldn't need to sacrifice you because you're always ready to sacrifice yourself before anybody else has a chance to save you. Oh, that's unfortunate, Red Bean. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sleepy. I wanted to do the moss texture and then do the overall shading. So I shouldn't start shading those logs right now. Because even though I, like, my brain is like, hey, we should shade those logs right now. No, not yet. Not yet! Putting down what I wanted to do next time here helped quite a bit, so I'm gonna do that again because I 100% would have forgotten that. Perfect, Cap. I also need to shade the rest of the bug a fair amount. But I think I will remember that without writing it down. We also need to do the shingles, but I think that is doable next time, depending on how eepy I am. Because Fridays are the day where I have to get up earlier to start streaming. Sometimes my brain is like, let's go. And sometimes my brain is like, actually, fuck you. And it's always a fun discovery to see which it will be. Oh, thank you, Aaron. I just saw my email. Blue is an option. Yes, glitter. Oh my god, jump scared by my own face. For some reason my old college ID is in here. The picture for my college ID is like me, 19 years old, looking like I'm about to murder somebody. And this is blue. We do have a blue. It's a very nice blue too. I can show you guys actually. I just covered my full name. I look so angry. I really look like Wednesday Addams about to take away your shins. Yeah, that's 19-year-old Katie. Which, like, 19-year-old Katie was pretty pissed, so, like, it is accurate. I do have another photo from then of me with my rabbit, actually. Because I had to take one for the freaking Blackboard introductions, which are so stupid. Because I don't think they do this anymore, but there was basically like a forum for each individual class. And a lot of teachers made you do like an introduction post, and then you were required to comment on 2 other people's posts for credit, which was always just stupid. But I took a photo of me with my rabbit. Holding him up like a little baby. I need to try this one. Thanks. Here we go. A little blue glitter star. Into the bucket it goes. Everything else. I was looking for somebody to raid. That's why I opened my phone. So I may just not raid and just wander off today. I'll go look and see if there's anybody that strikes my fancy at the moment. Not particularly. So I think perhaps we're just going to end today, and then I will go eat and go chill for a little bit before I get back to work. Yeah, I was really bad about taking photos of myself for a very long time, and whenever I do like a New Year's resolution, I don't do like I'm gonna lose X number of pounds or whatever. I always like add something that I want to do. So one year I want to play more indie games, which I started doing. I added 1 year I want to start reading more books, which I did, and then I continue that on. So it's like a full life change instead of just like a little thing. And one of mine was take more photos of myself, because I realized when I was doing art versus artist 1 year, I had like no photos of myself at all. And I was like, oh, that's not great. We should work on fixing that. And so I did, and now I take more photos of myself. It also just kind of helps, like, even if part of the reason that you don't take your photo or look at yourself in general is because you don't like the way you look or you have some sort of dysmorphia or dysphoria. It does help your brain, like, realize, oh, right, I'm just a person. That's fine. I'm allowed to be that. Good luck with work, and I promise I will be safe and hydrate. I can't promise the fun, but I will try. Irrelevant. Beautiful. Yeah, take care of yourself, Blib. I'm sure I'll see you around. It also helped that the year that I made that commitment, I started dating somebody who wanted to see my face, so. Yeah, and like, I think part of it is like, you can take selfies or whatever kind of photo and not share them with anybody. Like, it can just be for you. It could just be there, and then if you want it later, like, you can look back on it, you know? Like, you don't need to do anything with it. You don't need to post it on socials or whatever. You can just go, look, a photo of me. And then it can sit in a folder that you never look at again. You know? Because I did for a while in college, I was doing like daily vlogs, so video blogs. And I enjoy looking back at those. Because it's like a very clear, like, what's the term I'm looking for? Like a cross cut of a portion of my life. And one that I tend to not remember very well, actually, because I had really bad depression afterwards, which fucks with your memory hardcore. So I was very glad for my past self for doing that and keeping them where I could find them. Yeah, like a snapshot. I was thinking of like when you do like a geological survey where you take like a core sample, that kind of thing. And there's some word for that I'm trying to think of that I can't come up with. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so there's a bunch of, actually some of the old videos that I did are on my YouTube because you guys, are public again on my YouTube because you guys unlocked them during the Tipathon. So, yeah. My glasses are dirty as fuck. I've been wearing my other frames. I had the big ones, and then I have these ones, which are more the size that I used to wear. And I like the big ones because, like, there's bigger lenses so you can see better. But also, where the bottom of the frame rests on my cheek, I started breaking out a lot, and it was annoying the shit out of me. So I started wearing these ones instead. But yeah, that's my advice for taking photos of yourself. There is a cat hair on this brush, and I can see it. Hair freaking everywhere, which is fair because there's a cat that lives here. I will try to remember to post the old photo of me from college in the Discord because I think I have it on my phone somewhere. Yeah, Khan helps with my art in a number of ways. I probably will do a painting of him at some point because I want to do more like pet portraits in general. I know that I have like a folder full of old photos specifically. Wonder if that one is in there. It might be in here too. Not there. I do also have like high school photos in this. Yeah, it is in there. Okay, perfect. I will show you guys that when I end. I'm gonna go to the ending screen because that's what's happening. Did I unhide my tuber? I did. Also, I will point out that Fuki actually worked the whole time. Knock on wood. It didn't toss me to my popcorn Discord image, which is nice. I did see like, so I checked the blue sky for the guy who runs Fugi, and he seems to not be having a very good time. Just like in general. So he pushed a big update and then everybody's complaining about it. And he made some sort of post on Blue Sky that he didn't make anywhere else. And then people replied to it being upset about the update. And so he then deleted that post. And it was, hi. Oh, gender fluid. I do like the colors for that one. Yes, another. Oh, all good, Aaron. I did say thank you for joining Patreon. I did see that in my email when I went to check some other stuff. So thank you. Happy to have ya. And yes, tomorrow Stars and Bewitch both friends of the channel, have a birthday. They share the same birthday. So, Bewitch said that they were starting, I remember, 11 a.m. Pacific. And Stars will be starting about an hour after that. So yeah, go hang out with them for their birthdays. I know for a fact that Stars has a throne. I would bet that Bewitch also has a throne, but I'm not 100% sure. But you can still show up and, toss $1 their way via bits or something. As we like to make birthdays a big deal. Especially on the specific date that tomorrow is, because, even though there was a big historical event that really should not be as big as it is, that's another discussion for another day. It kind of puts a damper on it because people always make shitty comments about it when you say when your birthday is, because I've watched people do that. And we should try to put more positive spin on the day instead. And the way that I've been saying it is that the universe tried to even out what happened by giving us both Bewitch and Stars, who are very positive and wonderful people. So we can go show them both how appreciated they are. Do I have anything else to say? I don't know that I do. I'll be back Friday morning. You can check the schedule below to see what the time for you would be. But it will be 11:30 Pacific time on Friday. Ooh, that'd be fun, Shani. Yeah, I'll be back then. We'll continue working on Buga Yaga. And then you guys can probably vote which piece I do next, too, when we finish this one. It'll either be the cicada or the stick bug. Yeah. That'll happen. Things and stuff, Oh, and if you are a patron, there is a poll up right now for what Sticker Club sticker will be for October. So I have 2 uncompleted ideas and then a completed painting that you get to vote for. So you should go and vote for which one you would like, if you have not already. Also known as, please make a decision for me. Please, I don't want to. Can you do it? Please, I don't want to. Thank you. Because I have 3 ideas and I can't pick which one I want to do. That's the long and short version of it. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Stick around on Twitch. I do have an auto suggestion that will pull somebody from my list if they're streaming. Or you can go to, any of the other wonderful streamers on Twitch. But I'm not going to do a raid today because I don't want to. So go find somebody else to hang out with, or, take some time to yourself and take care of yourself. That's a good idea. So be kind to yourself, take care of yourself. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself or yourself, please do so for me. Because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other, and then we can meet up back here Friday morning. And, talk about victories, or have a bitch session, or do whatever makes our days a little better. All right? Okay, bye.